Here we go. So, before I kind of get really started with the stream here, I kind of want to do this short little video. As you can see, I'm hanging out near this black hole. This is Great Annihilator Alpha. Off somewhere. That might be it. That might be Andromeda, I think. It's so far, we're so close to the black hole that the gravity distortion just really affects just every aspect of everything we're seeing. And this is right here, this is Great Annihilator Alpha. Over in the distance, over there, is Great Annihilator Bravo. And we are going to go travel to that quick and see what we can enjoy seeing. Let me make my engines a little bit more quiet quickly here. I might want to go to options. All right. Oop. I don't have the energy to boost. We're gonna be going into Super Cruise. Let's see how slowly we can pull away from this. All right. As you can see, we're moving at only 30 kilometers a second. It's as slow as we can go in Super Cruise. As we move, we're pulling away from some of the orbit. I'm really not sure what exactly the outside stellar looking mass is. I think of that as being sort of the... That's the problem with being so close to one of these smaller black holes. You move past them real quick. I think that is the boundary of sort of the what is it called? The point of no return. I forget what it's called. It's very, very finicky. But we're gonna go ahead and move past that as we pull away from the black hole. The gravity distortion gets a lot less. That being said, we can still see a very distinct effect even from this distance. How far were we? About 0.37 light seconds. There's a definite visual distortion around the black hole there. Now then, we are going to go and travel to Great Annihilator Bravo. Might as well go and see the other black hole in the system. And we'll see the gravity distortion as we approach. So right now we're traveling at 1 times the speed of light, 2 times, accelerating rather quickly. And the distance to Great Annihilator Bravo is a couple 100,000 light seconds. So even if we got to our max speed of approximately 2,000 times the speed of light, it will take us a decent little while to get there. So I might have to try to download this and edit it as far as putting it on Facebook might go. That should be alpha over there, I think. If I'm... I mean, since it came directly from there, that should be alpha directly behind me. Great Annihilator alpha. As we're traveling, I can maybe show where in the galaxy. Oops, that's the system map. Alpha, we're heading towards Bravo, and it's quite a fair ways away. And then we have a orrery map, so you can see sort of the way this system is versus the plane of the galaxy. So I'm not sure if that makes that much sense, but I'm not going to worry about it too much. There's a few small stars right around the stars and systems. Oh no, it's all stars. But these stars I can scoop fuel from in my ship, which I don't need too much, but I might as well grab some on my way. Meanwhile, back to the galaxy map, which I wanted to actually look at. Great Annihilator is couple... I think it's like 10,000 light years out from Sagittarius A star, right at the center of the galaxy there. I visited there... Oh, beg pardon. I visited there quite a while ago. And I am heading back towards the bubble, which is over here. Bubble being where Sol and a bunch of stuff. What is all this? What are these indicators? Starter zone markers? I am not sure what that's about. I haven't started a brand new game in quite some time, so these might be just some of the stars that you're able to play in the... Actually, didn't they add a demo? Whatever. As you see, we're getting up above 250 times the speed of light, approaching 300. Still quite a ways from Great Annihilator Bravo. I maybe should have turned on music. Oh well. Yeah, looking again. So we have the plane of the galaxy all around us. Get a good visual for the fact that I believe it's actually this way based on the orrery. So I'm traveling quote unquote upside down. I mean, obviously we have a very two-dimensional understanding of it. As of right now. I do anyway. It's fun to interpret it that way though. Because then you can say, oh yeah, Great Annihilator Bravo is above, and, well, I'm not sure which direction. Sagittarius A star would be a quote-unquote north. Let's see if I can show what I'm talking about. In the galaxy map, if you are zoomed way out, and you're looking at, say, from here, right around where Sol is, birth of human civilization, and you look towards Sagittarius A star, you could call that a galactic north direction. And then there is a system out here, one of the furthest from... No, it's not Colonia. Shoot, Colonia is the other one. Oh gosh, what is the name of that system that's furthest? One of the furthest, anyway. Oh well. That's not a big deal either. Yeah. It's a pretty big galaxy. And there's many stars to try to visit. And it's definitely an adventure or journey to go from Sol to Colonia over to Sagittarius A star, but first I dipped down below the galactic plane, quote unquote. Visited down as far down here as I could. I'm not sure exactly which one of these I managed to get to. These being about the deepest you could get directly below the plane. And from here you could almost see some of the spiral arms, but you know, even this perspective is just far too close to really just get a real clear picture of the absolute scale of this galaxy. But anyway, we're slowly approaching Great Annihilator Bravo. We're at the point where we're starting to decelerate as we approach the gravity well of Great Annihilator Bravo. So it'll take us a little over 2 minutes to get there yet. Given that we are decelerating, and if we were at a constant speed, we would get there in 1:45. And that's not the case. Ship systems. What do we got here? Yes. I'm driving a ship called the Diamondback Explorer. I named it the Sun Slammer, based on a Homestuck soundtrack. There's lots of little interesting things to get to with this. Relatively recently, they added all these sectors of the galaxy. They gave them some slightly different names than what the community had already come up with, I believe. I believe that we are in the inner Orion Spur, but there's a knowledge base, tells you all about the different kind of factions and big players in the story of Elite Dangerous, the galaxy that they have here. I'm not sure about these ones. I don't think I've seen this before. The Pilot's Handbook. That might be interesting to read through. Integrated equipment. Optional equipment, detailed surface scanner. I have a detailed surface scanner, and I have a planetary vehicle hangar, so I can land on... I wonder... there's no landable... Oops. No, there's no landable body on here. Since we got to do it anyway, I might as well go and stop by the star over here that I can scoop some fuel from. As we approach, I'll want to slow down so I can not shoot past it as I try to scoop some fuel. And approaching stars is a little bit different from approaching planets, so I want to slow down more than I usually do. Usually when I slow down, I decelerate into this blue section of my throttle. Being in the blue section is where you have the most maneuverability with your particular ship. Great Annihilator Bravo is close enough you can see a gravity distortion effect. continue to approach. Couple thousand light seconds, but I'm still traveling at good click of 59 times the speed of light. Starting to slow down again, I think. I think I passed a little too close to Great Annihilator Bravo, so I had to slow down before I got past the well. And then I'm slowed down again. So I slowed down a bit more than I needed to. If I had shot slightly around before approaching Great Annihilator Bravo 1, this, what is this, T-class star? Oh, this is a T-class? Shoot, I can't scoop this. Is this? Alright, I'm going to go ahead and slow down a bit more. I thought this was something I could scoop from. Yep, that's not one I can scoop from. Bravo 2. T Tauri stars. Very young stars in the process of gravitational contraction. I can't scoop these. I didn't think these two were T class. I'm gonna approach it anyway, just to be certain. Those are very, very bright and fairly hot. Are they hot? Maybe they're very cold for how bright they are. 2 million years. That's interesting. Radius, temp. 6,000 Kelvin, 11,000 Kelvin. Alright, I think I went past it a little bit. Yeah, I'm slow enough that if I was able to scoop, this should be doing it. That's interesting. I did not realize that was a Class T when I clicked on it. Alright, in that case, wasted some time, you know. Oh well. Go ahead and approach Great Annihilator Bravo. Let myself warm up a little bit by this star. It's fine. And we'll have to be cautious as we approach. If you can see my hole down on the bottom right, I'm at 46%, which is not a great number to be at. Also, I do want to check my modules. Health. It's all fairly decent. I made a couple of accidental drops earlier when I picked up this game again. Shot off a couple of heat sinks unnecessarily. I may be able to create some heat sinks though, potentially. I'm not sure. Limpets. Auto fuel maintenance, right? Heat sinks. There we go. I have enough to create one reload of heat sinks. So I might as well wait until I shoot one off again, and if necessary, or if on accident, as might be the case. Alright, I'm gonna slow down a little bit. What was that? Wrong button. Well, that looks like it would be Great Annihilator Alpha over there. I'm gonna go ahead and turn off the orbit lines. Makes for prettier visuals, I think. We get closer and closer. We're at a speed to be cautious, but we should be fine. Very quickly, we seem to have gone past it. And that's the thing about black holes, is that they're incredibly massive objects, but confined into such a tiny point of space that the gravity effect reaches for quite a while. And yet, I am curious about the size of Bravo versus Alpha, since it seems so much easier to get really close to Alpha. We can start to see the black hole itself. Go ahead and... No, maybe not that slow. Let's approach a little bit more before I slow down. And here we're starting to enter the major gravity field. Pushes all visible light sort of towards us and against us. Alters our entire perception of the universe as we get super close. This is a interesting point. There we have the black hole itself. The event horizon is the phrase I was trying to think of earlier. I'm not sure if that's the event horizon. Now, there's the sort of field of stars around which I tend to avoid getting too close to. Although, as we approach, it seems to be getting closer and closer in, so... I'm really not sure exactly what that field of stars is. It's almost I don't even know. Let's slow down a bit more. Alright. Oh, that is too close. I thought that those stars were what it showed me, but that should have been a fairly safe drop. I don't think I damaged any of my equipment. I was already going really slow. It wasn't an emergency drop, I don't think. That being said, we're only 200 kilometers from the center of mass. I'm not sure how close I can get safely. However, oh no, it's kilometers and this is meters. But once again, we're inside a huge gravity distortion of a black hole. Once again, we can look around. There's Alpha over there. Sort of tell by the slight gravity distortion on the universe around it. Where is my ship? Right up here. And again, those distant clouds of some other, I don't know if that's a galaxy that's just forming or what exactly. But yep, that's that. And now I need to head off and explore some more, and well, get my ship to oh, I was traveling backwards. Get my ship off to a station so I can get some repairs and resupply, and try to largest known black hole in the galaxy, not including the supermassive Sagittarius A star at the core. I was at Sagittarius A star. It was kind of interesting, but I think this is a little bit more interesting because there's two black holes in the same system for one, and you can get, and also the center of the galaxy is a little further away. You have more of different scenery, like from Alpha. We were able to see the Andromeda sort of should be at the escape vector. And that's that. This part of this stream, not that I seem to have any viewers, was due to, gosh, as we exit that gravity field, just the perception is incredibly distorted. And there's that sort of edge of the gravity effect. And perhaps are able to get to so close because of our quantum level equipment. I don't even know. In any case, I need to approach a system that has stuff. And as we travel, I will be playing some music from my playlist that I have set up here. And that will be the end of this short highlight that I plan to make.